What's going on, guys? It's Bigfoot here back again, and I am back with a super exciting video. As you can see, we're joining another draft league after Big Juice kind of got started, and now we're almost done with season two. Looking to start season three. A little bit after Scarlet and Violet drops, and it's kind of out for a little bit, so people get used to the new Pokemon, new items, that sort of thing. Um, I kind of wanted something to hold me over at least. I'm trying to get better, trying to learn a bunch more about Pokemon and kind of just in general improve. Um, so yeah, we have the Monroe Minans in the Shatter Fate Draft League. So there's small league, 8 coaches. It was a point based system with different tiers. We got 116 points to start off, or it was 115, 116, 115 points, but not that a 1 point really matters. So yeah, I'm just gonna kind of get into it, and we've got like some real time editing stuff going on here. So our first pick, I actually took Mega Aerodactyl, and I'm gonna have the stats right over there. So I'm super excited to be using something like this. Obviously, a mon that is not too bulky. Honestly, like the special defense stat's not terrible. Obviously, the defense stat is a little bit worse, but not really a mon that I'm gonna want to be trying to eat hits with, but something I'm just gonna try to hit hard. There is not a ton in this league that outspeeds this mon. I know we have like Regieleki, and of course possibly a couple choice scarf, maybe. Maybe not. Maybe it's literally just gonna be Regieleki. And then of course you're gonna have like priority stuff that I'm gonna have to deal with. But super excited to use him. Obviously that base 135 attack stat and the 150 speed just gonna be an absolute hard hitter. I can defog if I really want to. I can use it for rocks if I really needed to. I'm a very offensive minded player, as I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen through Big Juice. And yeah, Mega Arrow, excited to be using it. First season of Big Juice using Mega Houndoom was super fun. Obviously, I'm having a blast this time with Mega Gallade. Gallade being one of my favorite Pokemon. Um, but yeah, Mega Aerodactyl. Super excited. Tough Claws ability. Big hitter. Fast hitter. Let's go. Um, so next, we're going to move on to Thunderous Therian. Um, Oh my god, just in tandem with Mega Aerodactyl, I wanted something that was kind of going to be able to cover Mega Aerodactyl's like main weaknesses. Um, and Thunderous does that. Of course, electric type attacks, we have Volt Absorb. Um, Steel type attacks, defenses are not really the very best, but I mean, I'm able to maybe sometimes also have an Assault Vest and just kind of like Volt Switch, U-turn, and hit things around. Uh, the attack stats kind of speak for themselves. 145 special attack is nothing to write home about, or excuse me, it is something to write home about. That is crazy. Nothing, something not to underestimate. And even that even 105 attack is not terrible at all. Speed tier, super great. Obviously, being just 1 point above those base 100 mons that kind of hover the metagame right now. So, super excited to have Thunderous Therian. I like the offense that he brings. I like the speed that he brings. Thunder is my favorite of the genies. Of the 3 genies we have right now. We'll see if Enamorous, whenever she comes out, if maybe she takes that spot for me. But Thunderous right now, my favorite of the genies to use. So I am very excited to have him on the team. Next, we have the start to a core. We're doing Ferrothorn. So I kind of wanted to do a little bit of a spoiler for kind of what's coming next. I wanted to do a Fire, Water, Grass and a Dragon Steel Fairy core all in one. So 3 Pokemon covering all of those typings. I tried my best to not have overlapping typings, even though I picked up 2 flying types in Arrow and Thunderous, but whatever, that's fine. So of course Ferrothorn, gonna start off the little core we have going on with the grass and steel. Not much I need to really explain about Ferrothorn. Gyro Ball, Stealth Rocks, defensive, Rocky Helmet, Iron Barbs, Leech Seeding. It's just a crazy mon for somebody to try to deal with. Aside from fire types, really, that's the only thing that makes this thing not like Ubers. Of course, is the fire typing, being quad effective. So more of a defensive mon for me, and something that I'm not really like, I say used to using, but like I just like to hit things super hard. Um, so possibly a little bit of a change in a play style for me. But Ferrothorn just a solid mon. I honest to God thought about just going with like Kartana in this slot and just hitting things, like I said. But I think this core is honestly like offensively good because I think they can take hits and also do things back. Ferrothorn obviously dealing with a lot of physical attackers with the defense that it brings. And dealing with a lot of the fairies aren't really a threat to my team with a lot of the stuff that I have, and especially with Ferrothorn being here. So as long as I can avoid those fire type moves and keep Ferrothorn around, then I should be in a good spot for most of the games. Yeah. So welcome Ferrothorn to the Minans. Our next Pokemon is another one that is going to be our second part of the Fire, Water, Grass, Dragon, Steel, and Fairy, and that is going to be Primarina. Of course, bringing the Water and Fairy typing. Special defense, wall, fit, special attack, absolutely crazy. HP pretty good. Hyper voice, liquid voice things just hit absolutely hard. I can assault vest it. I can specs it. I can do calm mind things. We can do a lot with this Pokemon. And I'm excited to kind of use this core to see how well that they play with each other and then around the offense that I want to bring. So, yeah, obviously fairy typing as well, just going to be able to hit things super hard. Immune to dragon, so dragon spam is kind of gone. Water fairy just is like it's like the best of both worlds because you get you get a bulky water, but you also get the offense that fairy typing can bring. Excited to use Primarina with everything that she offers. So moving on to the last part of our core, we're gonna have a mon that I have like literally never used before, and that's gonna be Turtonator. Of course, completing the core with his fire and dragon typing. Another defensive wall. Not like the strongest mon ever. Of course, I can rapid spin. I can shell smash. I can shell trap if I think I can get an opportunity to do that. I can just drop Dracos and flamethrowers and all that other whatever else that Turtonator actually gets to bring because I don't actually know the rest of his moveset. So I'm excited to try out new Pokemon, man. That's kind of what I wanted to do this for, is to try out some new mons. Every single one that I've mentioned I've never used before. I've never used any of these Pokemon in like a draft league format, and then like very few of them have I actually used in game at all. And Turtonator, not one that I really ever thought I would use, but hey, we're gonna try it out. Specs, a jetpack, maybe I assault vest him and just use him as a wall, and just kind of try to whittle down and deal with some of the things that Turtonator might deal with and that sort of thing. So yeah, Terminator, excited to use him. Completing our main like dual core Dragon Steel Fairy and Fire Water Grass. So after we got the rest of the Fire Water and Grass and the dual cores essentially, I felt like I needed a good Dark type, and then I'm so excited to use this Pokemon because I just got it shiny not too long ago, and it is Obstagoon. Good speed tier, obviously just all around kind of good stats. I was debating between this and Crocodile, but I've seen Crocodile a lot. I haven't really seen Obstagoon too much, and I actually really like this Pokemon. I have Reckless, I have Guts. Most of the time, probably going to be a Guts user with Flame Orb, Toxic Orb, whatever you want to do. Facade, Knockoff, that sort of thing. I can do Reckless and I can Scarf it, or I could do Guts and I could Scarf it and just hope somebody Toxics me or burns me or something like that. A Scarf Guts user would be crazy. And honestly, 101 defense, 93 HP, 81 special defense, not too bad. Like, it's not really like a squishy Pokemon. Of course, normal dark, we're getting absolutely wrecked by a close combat or like any fighting type move. But honestly, just like a pretty good typing in general, not like terrible. I'm so excited to see how many kills Obstagoon gets this season running around sort of our core and doing what it does. So, big Guts pick up for us right there, big attacker. So the next one, of course, I haven't, doubled up on any typings yet except for the flying types that I have at the beginning. Our next Pokemon is someone that I know my brother is a big fan of, and I'm excited to have the coverage and stuff on my team, and that, of course, is going to be Gengar. Bringing that Ghost Poison type to the team that I did not have. Of course, the offensive coverage that Gengar brings, base 110 speed, base 130 special attack, not really ever taking a hit. Feeling a little bit nerfed, obviously, because of Levitate being gone, but we'll figure out a way around that. Might even Air Balloon at some games. Air Balloon, Choice Scarf, Choice Specs. I mean, Gengar is just an all-around versatile mon. Curse Body, hopefully Curse Body can go off and do some things sometime. I just needed a lot of coverage that he brings in terms of just being able to have a bunch of different moves to cover different options. Yeah, excited to be using Gengar. Gen 1, got to represent. Going all the way from Gen 1 to one of the later gens is going to be like another defensive mon, sort of. Pretty bulky aside from getting hit with flying type attacks. I don't have an Ultra Beast until now, and we're going to get Buzzwol. Buzzwol going to be our next mon. So, like I said, not like a terrible defensive wall. 139, base defense 107 HP. Obviously I can Scarf him, and he can be a good middle ground, just getting attacks off and stuff like that. I can bulk up, stuff like that. I mean, it just an all around kind of a mon that you have to prep for, because if not, it's gonna kind of run your team. If you don't have like a reliable either fire type or flying type move to kill it. Obviously, bug type brings in a couple different weaknesses too, but bug fighting is actually like a stupidly offensive typing. I can't wait to see like what this thing does, what I'm able to do with Buzzwol. Of course, it'll be my first time using him. I've only used a couple other Ultra Beasts in the past, being like Nihilego and Blacephalon, which I'm enjoying using Blacephalon because it's the first time I've used it in Big Juice Season 2. But yeah, our third Ultra Beast that I'm kind of dipping into, of course, Nihilego has been on the teams. Decided to leave it this time. I know another person actually picked it up today during the grace period, so I actually have to be playing against my favorite Ultra Beast. But excited to use Buzzwol. Brings a lot to the table, and we'll see how I'm able to use it. Next is another personal favorite of mine. I think it is the best of the Lake Trio, and that is, of course, talking about Azelf. 115 base speed, 125 special attack, and 125 attack. Obviously, looking at the stats, we're not really going to take any hits that well, but this can be like a fast supporting mon for me. I can specs it if I really need to, and I feel like I don't have to do all the other things on my team. I can Scarf it. I've got like really a lot of good Scarf options on my team. Yeah, just bringing the offensive stats that it brings, and also like some of the supporting moves that it has. It also gives me another ground immunity. Not that I'm really worried about that with like the two other flying types that I have, but it gives me another ground immunity. Yeah, welcome Azelf, my favorite of Lake Trio. So, coming toward the end of the draft, I've only got, like five. I've got 6 points left, actually, 6. So of course I'm looking toward like lower tier mons. I don't have a reliable ice type yet, which is not something that I necessarily like felt like I needed, but I think it was something good to have. These next two are actually going to bring two like repeat typings, but also add, or this last one's going to add another typing, and that's going to be Galarian Mr. Mime. Ice Psychic, decent speed stat in the 100, 90 special attack. This is another one I've never used before. This is new territory for me. So, honest to God, don't know like a ton about what, kind of supporting moves or what even offensive type that Mr. Mime gets, the Galarian version, but I am excited to definitely experiment with a lot of these mons because obviously none of them I've used before, aside from like maybe Gengar occasionally, but not in like a draft league. So, Mr. Mime gonna be our second to last pick. Honestly, like I was so surprised to find a mod that's based on 100 speed down here. Like, its other stats are kind of lackluster, but even like 90 special attack isn't terrible. I assume this thing being psychic type gets like Calm Mind, stored power, or not stored power, but cosmic power. We'll see. Needed a reliable, I'll say, dragon check aside from Primarina, because a lot of my other things I don't have like a terrible amount of things I can hit dragon super effectively. So I like having a fast ice type to be able to do that. So, yeah, there's Mr. Mime. And coming down to that, we're going to have the mon that I had 1 point left. So, with having 1 point left, I'm looking at mons that are not fully evolved and like just a lot of stuff that like I felt like I didn't want. But then I came across this Pokemon, and this is going to be so fun to use to see if people even like think I'm bringing it every week or like stuff like that, if I might be able to pull a couple games out with it. And I'm going to be talking about Shed Ninja. Obviously, when you look at the mon stats, it's why it's in the tier that it's in. That's why it's only 1 point. Wonder Guard, we'll see. Heavy duty boots set, probably just so I can avoid rocks. Sometimes maybe in a focus sash, but I'll have to keep rocks off my side of the field or any hazard, anything like that. Just looking to maybe hit something with Poltergeist and dip out, or switch and dip out, like U-turn, that sort of thing. Who knows? I don't know if I'm going to be using Shed Ninja a ton, but it was a 1 point mon. I feel like it was better. I feel like it was better than a lot of the other 1 point mons. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm excited to have Shed Ninja on the team. And that's gonna be our last pick. That's gonna kind of bring us to the end of this video. I'm excited to start. I'm not exactly sure when week 1 is. There's a lot of other threatening teams too in the league. A couple of them that I'm not like too afraid of. But I am more than excited. I keep saying I'm excited, but I really am to use a ton of mons that I've never used before and just kind of see how I can do. And coming off of what I'm hoping, of course, season 1 being runner-up in Big Juice, and what I'm hoping is going to be a championship caliber season this season, with my team that I'm currently using. We're going to see, because if this team does well, then I might just have to run this team in Big Juice and see how that does there. But I'm excited probably mostly to use like this like core that I built with like all the typings. But yeah, with that, guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm excited to bring more Draft League stuff to you. Hope you guys have a great day.